So you want to play the critically acclaimed Chinese Monster Hunter MMO that was taken down years ago? If so, this is the video for you. Hi, I'm Ross from RPM, and this is the definitive guide to playing Monster Hunter Frontier in 2024. And one last thing, I've made comprehensive guides for emulating games for Monster Hunter, all the way from PS2 all the way up to Nintendo Switch, including PSP, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Wii, and more. If you're interested in any other Monster Hunter game being emulated, make sure you click the links on your screen. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so now we're going to cover how to do Monster Hunter Frontier Z setup. Now for those of you who don't know, Monster Hunter Frontier Z was an MMO that was kept online for years exclusively in China, and so it's only in Chinese, but it's been ported because of a fan project and kept alive, so it's been mostly translated and made available through a game client for everyone to play the way that it is now. It's a fully online game still, online MMO. You can play with your friends anytime. Of course, you can choose to play solo if you like, but I'm basically going to cover how to set it up, how to get the controls, and how to do all other things, or to do a very basic introduction for this game. So let's jump right into Frontier Z. Alright, now that we've covered Monster Hunter Frontier, let's get how to get it. So, I've added a link in the description below for the Monster Hunter Frontier Z download. It's going to essentially just be a Google Drive link, and we'll be able to download the client and all the necessary folders with no other installations necessary. So go ahead and copy that link down in the description below and paste it into your search bar. Once you do that, you'll be redirected effectively to the Monster Hunter. It's going to be called MHFCT 4.1. It's going to be a .7 zip file. Go ahead and download that. Once it's finished downloading, you'll see it here, MHFCT 4.1.7Z. We're going to go to that file location real quick. Then we're going to extract it wherever you like. I put mine in downloads. Just try and remember where you put it. We're going to click on extract all. Choose a place. You'll extract it, for example. I'm not going to because I already did. Once done, you'll see a folder like this, MHFCT 4.1. We'll click on that, and you will have your Monster Hunter Frontier client ready to launch. However, we need to set something first, because the controls will be janky with the Xbox controller if you don't do this. First, go to Steam. We're going to add a non-Steam game. What we're going to do is we're going to do library. We're going to click on add a game, add a non-Steam game, and then we're going to click on browse. And then we're going to find that folder we just downloaded, so MHFCT 4.1, and click on the MHF application and click open. After you do that, you're going to click add selected programs and you'll be good to go. MHF will now be in your Steam library. So once it's here, go ahead and head over to the controller button. And you're going to make sure you want to enable Steam input and ensure that it's configured to gamepad. So you'll get some dialog options telling you, do you want to enable Steam input? Click yes, and then make sure it is gamepad. Outside of that, as far as I know, you don't need to do any additions after that. You can go ahead and launch the game. So we're going to click play. And it's going to bring up the Monster Hunter Frontier client. Once the client's up, you're going to enter in user ID and password you want. This is not a login screen. This is a registration screen. So give it a user ID and a password you like and choose a server. I recommend Rain US. Obviously, there's different languages. You can do the Hunsterverse one if you like. But I'm going to choose Rain. Once you do that, I click Remember Me and then go ahead and log into the game. Once it's finished authenticating, you'll be presented with your character, or if you'll have to create new character once you first start launching it. I already have a character created, so I'm going to click it. I'm going to say yes. Once done, it should envelop your entire screen. You'll get some notices in Japanese, so just a heads up. A good amount of this game is still in Japanese, but a lot of the quests and things have been translated. But there's still a decent amount that's not, just so you know. We're going to start in the game. We're going to click enter. As our controls aren't set up, we're going to click enter again with our mouse. Here's where there's a different worlds you can select. I'm going to click that place, and then there's lands inside of those worlds. I clicked land 1. Remember, for multiplayer, you'll need to select the same land as you would your friend. And it's going to move us over to the area where we can play. And once it finishes loading, we're going to be inside Mezporta Square. I'm going to go ahead and click enter again to get rid of this since our controllers aren't set up. I'm going to go to escape. We'll bring up the menu and then select options. Input options. Key setting. Here we're going to, it's going to say portable, it's going to say classic type up top. Make sure before you go to button assignment, you click on that drop down and click portable type. Very necessary. And then click yes inside of the prompt, even though it's not in English. Once you're done with that, go to button assignment, and here you're going to configure all your keys. As some examples, your D-pad, left stick, and right stick should be recognized, but the circle button, for example, is actually going to be your A button for this game as well, and the X button is going to be your back button, which is a little confusing at first. So I have it set up to that. So simply click on each field and give a button input. The triggers and bumpers are also reversed, just like in other games, so make sure you do the trigger for bumper, bumper for trigger. Once they're all good to go, you can click backspace, backspace, backspace. Are you sure? Click enter. And once you've done that, after you've clicked enter on both dialogues, your controller should be set up and you should be good to begin playing Monster Hunter Frontier with your friends, so as long as you've chosen the same world and land. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please consider going down below, giving us a like, and hitting that subscribe button as it really helps us out. Be sure also to leave a comment telling us what you want us to play next, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!